안녕하세요. Welcome back to Talk to Me in Korean. And this is Talk to Me in Korean Workbook Level 6. It's finally available, finally published. Thank you so much for your patience and thank you so much for waiting for such a long time for this book if you have already finished Level 6. So every Talk to Me in Korean grammar textbook has an accompanying workbook, except we haven't been able to publish all of the workbooks yet. This year, fortunately, we were able to spend more time and resources on developing the contents for the higher level workbooks. So by early next year, you will be able to see all of them published. So all 10 grammar textbooks and all 10 grammar or Talk to Me Korean workbooks. So you can study with 20 of them in as a complete set. But for now, we have up to level 6 all paired up with one textbook, one workbook, and this is the workbook. So let me show you what this book looks like. This is the cover. It has 180 pages, and the paper that we use for our workbooks is very good quality, very thick, so it feels great to write on with your pen or pencil. And before I jump into the contents of this book, which is also very exciting, let me emphasize as a reminder that when you're studying a new language, especially in this case, Korean, studying is one thing, but actually understanding what you're studying, the new knowledge that is presented to you through books or courses is another matter. Like studying and forgetting happens so frequently, right? So actually understanding, acknowledging how something works, a new grammar pattern or a sentence structure or a new word is another matter. But it is yet another task for learners to try to make sure that the knowledge that you just acquired sticks in your head for a long time. And that's exactly what these workbooks do, helping you make sure that you remember what you learned for a long time. So you will actually be able to use your new knowledge in real life, like many years later. So you can study and learn new things with this grammar textbook and our online courses and actually make sure that everything sticks in your head with these workbooks. So let's dive into the contents. So the table of contents or the lesson titles are exactly the same as the grammar textbook or our online course. And we have 5 different categories of exercises: vocabulary, comprehension tests and dictation tests, listening comprehension quizzes, and speaking practice. And we have developed and used 26 types of exercises for this book. So before, in one of our previous workbooks, we had 13 exercise types. Now we have 26. So this only means good things. You can diversify your exercises and tackle these difficult sentence structures in new angles. So for example, this is the length of one lesson, like this. Here in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4 pages for lesson 2 as well. So before each exercise, you're given a clear instruction as to what you need to do. In this case, it's a matching exercise. So you need to match these words to form a phrase that makes sense, and then you need to choose the most appropriate translation for each phrase, and you will translate these phrases into Korean following right up. And in case you need to review, there's a need for you to review one of the lesson's key elements before you actually solve the quiz questions. We also provide you with some review information. The topic marker 은는 is added when you're comparing a number of items and so on. And then you use that, you apply that knowledge, you see a little reminder, and then use the exercises. So that's that. So you study with one lesson of level 6 and do lesson 1's exercises here with the workbook. So this is how the book goes, and as you can see, we have a lot of content, a lot of exercises. This will be a lot of fun to try to solve the quiz questions. And also, by solving each question, you will gain more and more confidence as to, I can actually say this. I will be able to say this if somebody asks me a question and if my answer needs to be in this sentence structure, because of these exercises, I will be able to say it. So that kind of reassurance is what gives you more motivation and more confidence, right? So I can't show you every single lesson, every single exercise, but let me just flip through the pages really quickly to give you an idea of what the exercises look like in this book. So there you go, lots of cool illustrations and lots of blanks that you need to fill, lots of places that you need to write in Korean. So there you go. And we have the answer key at the end of the book as well for you to check the correct answers. So that is Talk to Me in Korean Workbook Level 6. It won't be a long while before I sit down here again to film another look inside video for Level 7. So I'm very excited. I hope you're as excited as we are, and you can find our books and get our books on our online bookstore at talktomeinkorean.com/store or on Amazon or in your local bookstores if you have a big bookstore that carries Korean textbooks. And if you're in Korea, you can go to any of the major bookstores and find our books. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications, and I will see you in the next video. 감사합니다. 안녕히 계세요.